Hey, what's up, everyone? Gaming Arts 1 here, and today I'm going to talk briefly about Redfall, an upcoming first-person shooter game that's supposed to be coming out sometime later this year on a date that has yet to be revealed. It's going to be published by Bethesda Softworks and developed by Arcane Studios Austin, and pretty much I believe it's supposed to be exclusively for the PC and Xbox Series X. And honestly, this is a game that people have been waiting to see since 2021 because I believe that's when the first trailer was released. And we also saw like another trailer for the game this past year in 2022. And the trailer that we saw in 2022 looked really impressive. Basically, it's an open world first-person shooter. You have single and co-op gameplay modes, and it gives you 4 playable characters to choose from, all with their own unique backgrounds. The character names, I believe, is Jacob and Devender, Remy, and I believe Layla, the chick with the afro or whatever. She's the one who pretty much told the story and did the narration on the trailer for Redfall back in 2022. And honestly, the game itself, first of all, it looked pretty impressive for a first-person shooter, and it almost looks like a survival horror type of game. And I do feel that this year is actually a good time to release Redfall because it seems like survival horror is starting to come back in terms of popularity because we're supposed to be getting Resident Evil 4, the remake, later this year. And I believe we're supposed to be getting another Silent Hill video game or like a remake of Silent Hill 2 that's supposed to be coming out sometime later this year as well. So it seemed like this year is going to be a huge year for survival horror games in general. But whether or not this game is the most anticipated shooter title of 2023, it very well could be. But then at the same time, I think Atomic Heart is supposed to be coming out as well, and even though it's more of an action RPG than it is a survival horror type game, Atomic Heart is a game that people have been waiting for since 2021 as well. And I feel that Redfall is definitely going to be one of the most popular first-person shooter games that's gonna appear like in 2023. That's probably gonna be outside of the Call of Duty series because I would not be surprised if we got a brand new Call of Duty game this year because it seemed like that's the case, or it's been the case for like the past decade or so. So I do feel that Redfall is definitely something that people have been waiting for a while now, and I wouldn't be shocked if it managed to break a couple of million in terms of sales. I don't expect it to do crazy numbers in terms of copies sold and all that because it's exclusively for the Xbox Series X and Microsoft Windows, and we all know it's because I think Bethesda Softworks was bought out by Microsoft not too long ago, and because of that, it's definitely going to hinder what platforms the game is going to appear on. This game, it would have been cool if this game appeared on the PlayStation 5 or what have you, and that's one of the things about Redfall that's kind of a bummer. It's not going to be available for last generation game systems, so you have to buy a Xbox Series X to play this game, or just own a PC and just be an avid PC user in order to play this game. But we do know that the game is going to be utilized in the Unreal Engine 5, so it's going to be one of the first high-profile first-person shooter games that's going to be utilizing Unreal Engine 5. And the game itself looked creepy as hell, and the plot mainly revolved around vampires and their role in blocking out the sun. And the main enemies of the game are either vampires or cultists, or I guess people who just who are basically victims. They end up getting killed by the vampires or what have you. So the entire trailer for the game was it was pretty intense, and it was pretty spooky to say the least. It's not the most frightening thing that I've seen, but at the same time, I think it's scary enough and it looked impressive enough to get people to want to buy the game a little bit later this year. Hopefully, this is a game that does not get pushed back again, because I believe this game was supposed to come out sooner and it got pushed back, and people get sick of when games get pushed back and all that stuff, because I believe Atomic Heart was supposed to come out like a year ago or something like that, and it got pushed back. And I'm not exactly sure if that's the case with Like if Redfall was supposed to come out a lot sooner than it was supposed to, and it just kept getting pushed back. But at the same time, games like Redfall being pushed back to like certain dates or to certain years means that we're going to get a more polished product. So that's something I'm not necessarily complaining about. I just can't wait to see how the game plays, because I've seen some things in the trailer, like the various arsenal of weapons you're given, the skill tree, the dialogue, all that stuff. All the like the realistic effects. To make the game more believable and scary and all that stuff. I think it was pretty cool, and I do feel that this title has the potential to be one of the best first-person shooter or one of the best survival horror titles of 2023.